welcome to the episode 3 of podcast. Um, obviously, I'm Noah.
And I'm Josiah, your
Yeah,
co-host.
and we have a guest this episode. We're gonna try something new. We're gonna have a special guest. His name is Braxton. Braxton, say hi.
Hi.
Braxton, tell us
That
about
it?
yourself.
Tell us about yourself. Yeah.
So I'm Brax. I'm the Missouri state record holder for 2x2 single and average. The single's kind of bad. The average is mid.
Okay, that
All right.
that about wraps it up.
That's
that
pretty
wraps
much it. I mean, I'm an all-rounder. I consider myself an all-rounder, except for like OH, but that's not real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and blind events, but that's not real either.
Yeah. No one likes blood events.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
are we gonna move into recent records?
We're gonna move on to recent records, which is the second segment. There was a few of them, right? Because there was the one world record by however you pronounce his name,
Vladimir, and it was actually it counts as one world record, but it was actually two world records in one day, both by Vladimir.
Because he broke it, and then he broke it immediately after again.
Yeah. It was world record clock average. The previous world record average was 2.52 seconds, which is insane. And so then second round of Grand Forks 2024, Vladimir got a 2.51 average, beating it by 0.01.
Wow.
And then he got a 2.39. So I think that now that he's beat it, he's going to get a lot more.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't see two world records as surprising as it might seem, because he definitely seemed he was obviously prepared to get world record, so it's not really surprising.
Well, I see it as that, and I feel like clock has been the event that's been improving a lot, because a lot of people didn't like it, and maybe they even thought it was going to be removed from the WCA, so they didn't really practice it. And now a lot of people have been practicing it and improving in it. So I think it's surprising, but it's not too surprising, because clock has been improving a lot with new methods and everything. So
I hate 7 simul.
Yeah, I don't like. I think a lot of people just don't like the methods, the advanced methods for clock. So that's why.
Minimalist is the best. Changed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was 3 continental records, right?
So
no idea.
There was this square one single. I think this is the most surprising continental record.
Oh, the 3.6 or 3.7?
3.61 by Alessandro from Italy, and that's third in the world, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
And that was pretty surprising, pretty good. Can't believe it's only continental. You'd think that'd be world record, but it's not. Pretty surprising. And then we had the 404 cube average from I'm gonna butcher her name, Claudio from Chile, and that was a 404 average of 24.76. I'm not sure what that ranks him in the world, but I think it's probably pretty good for it to be a continental record.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then
5x5 blindfolded average.
Yeah, that one was. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
and that was by
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Okay. And that about wraps up the big records.
We also have a 3x3 cube average of 560 by Kyle Santucci.
That was there was a national record in Canada.
Mm-hmm. And even though it's only national, you have to remember that Canada is part of the United States and a continent, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna take Canada over one day, so
yeah. Sure. But that's our next episode for the podcast.
Yeah, world domination.
World domination. Yeah, that's our next episode.
I love this podcast.
Yeah, subscribe, put on notifications to learn how to.
That's a mini segment, but anyway,
subscribe and we'll leave you.
We'll leave your house alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that wraps up the records basically.
Then we got a couple new cubes. One really new cube released.
Obviously, that's like the V4 for Tornado. I've heard it's. I've watched some reviews. I haven't tried it out, but
I haven't tried it out either. But I've heard it's a lot like the V3, and I also heard that they completely. Well, at least on the Cubicle website, there is no standard version this time. It's just the flagship and pioneer version, which is interesting. But I like the decision with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure the starting price on it.
The flagship is $36, and the pioneer is $50.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they're available for pre-order right now. And you know what else is available for pre-order right now that I'm probably gonna buy?
The
I don't.
Massive Minx puzzle.
No, the Moyu Altitude V7.
Yeah, the Moyu, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Altitude is on pre-order.
I've not heard a lot about that yet.
Pre-order.
See, it looks like about it. I mean, there's really not that much else.
They really need to release a Pyraminx. X-Man. I'm looking at you right now.
The more they need to release is more squans or clocks.
We need more 5-blind hardware.
More 5-blind. I think Cube companies. If Cube companies do watch this, the puzzles I want to see the most improvement in right now is Clock, Square One, and Pyraminx. Those are the.
I literally just want a 2x2.
2x2 is fine. 2x2 hardware is great.
2x2, he says.
The 251 Pro is great. It's fine. It's literally fine. Yeah. Okay.
And so speaking of 2x2, which is a great segue for my next segment.
That's what they used to call me back in high school. Segway, man. Segment, yeah.
Segway. That's a bad nickname.
Yeah.
Segway, man.
I feel bad for you. Anyway, we're going to talk about more about you, actually. This is the third segment. We're going to talk about you and your state records. So you got your state record. When did you get your state record average again for 2x2?
Well, so I got my first state record average like literally just by moving to Missouri.
Okay, weird flex, but okay, weird flex.
But like, I got a 2.38 2x2 average at Going Fast in Franklin 2023, which was in Tennessee, and at the time I lived in Kentucky, and Kentucky has like
where is that in the state?
In Kentucky, it was bad. It was like top 10 maybe.
Okay,
but because remember in Kentucky, I have a lot of good cubers in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
so you moved to Missouri and you got that record.
I moved to Missouri and then I had state record by like 0.01, I think.
Yeah, you did by 0.01. I remember
because
that.
Eddie Vac had like 239,
right?
Which was 238 wasn't that good for me anyway.
Pretty sure Eddie and
Justin.
Zach are both still at 238 and they're second and third.
Yeah, Eddie and Zach are both at 238. Eddie just got it at Missouri Champs, and he beat his 239.01. And then Zach got his, I think, a while ago. But Zach's going to get sub 2 soon.
Yeah. So you improved it. When did you improve it 1.7?
I improved it at, like, the Como cubing winner. It was in Columbia. And so it was, like, a interesting competition because it was, like, the first one that I literally just, like, got up and then went to Columbia, like, and it was like a 30-minute drive. And so that was just nice. But then also it only had one round of 2x2 and I wanted to win.
You only had one round?
Yeah, there was one round of 2x2. I hated it. There were 2 rounds of blindfold and then one round of 2x2.
It was nobody likes blind events. Get blind events out of here.
Yeah. And so I just had to like lock in. And so like I started off with like a 240, which is kind of bad, and then a 173, which that's a number that will come up later. Then a 128, so counting a 173. Then I get a 239, and then I need like a 1.8 ish on the last solve for sub 2, and I got like a 2.4, and so it was worst possible average, 2.17 average.
But still, I did win. That was state record. That was still state record, though, right?
Yeah, it was state record, but I wasn't happy about it. And it won the comp for 2x2. So
yeah, but so now since then you've improved it, and now you have a 1.7 average for state.
Yeah, I have a 1.73 average that I got at NAC.
Right, and that's pretty good.
It was stupid because I got this. The solves was a 1.4, which like I forget, but like it was like the first solve I knew like there was something because I heard someone say that they got like a 1.3 or something, and like it wasn't someone that I would like think would get a 1.3. I forgot who it was, but so I saw I got a 1.4. It was a stupid solution, like The next solve was a DNF. So I didn't want to DNF the whole average, so I safetied the last solves.
That's crazy.
I safetied the rest of them and got 1.97, 1.60, 1.63, and then 1.73 state record average.
If you didn't safety it, you like what would you think you could have gotten potentially?
Like 1.65.
So just out of general curiosity, what was your placement in NAC for that?
That round got me like 14th, but we don't talk about semifinals.
We don't talk about that.
We're talking about your state.
I got a 2.96 average in semifinals.
No, we don't talk about that.
But yeah, so you have a 1.0 single, which is actually not great. For you, for being single, I feel
it's a 1.09, I believe.
Yeah,
and then 1.7 average. Are you? So what is your like next steps or next goals? Are you looking to just for the next like big comps? Are you looking to like focus on 2x2 and improve it to get higher world rank? Or are you looking to like main a different event and get state record for a different event or something?
I quit 2x2.
You quit 2x2.
Yeah, so I quit like a month or two ago, like right after Missouri Champs, which is a whole different.
We don't talk about that either.
Yeah,
it
was worse than a 2.96 average.
Yeah, a little worse.
But I quit after Missouri Champs because 2x2 is an event where like it's so scramble dependent, and my nerves like I can't focus on one event, or I'll completely throw that event and be disappointed.
So what have you moved on to?
Since then, I've practiced a lot of 4x4 and gotten my average down to like state record levels where I can probably get it in comp if I have some rounds, which I do.
So you are looking
around under 35.
It's 36.36
like
3 or something.
And who holds that right now?
Eddie? Question mark?
Eddie.
I don't know.
Okay. It's probably Eddie. It's probably Eddie. Maybe Hinkley.
I don't think Hinkley's as good as 4x4.
Okay.
And then the other event I've been practicing like just recently is Square One.
Right.
I like started CSP. I've learned like probably -5 algorithms in the last week, so I'm doing good.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
What is
so you're not
sorry.
So you're not really looking to improve 2x2. You're looking to kind of spread more across a more variety of events. Besides,
well, it's kind of a strategy where like I want to get better at 2x2, but practicing 2x2 is going to hinder my times. So I just stopped practicing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely what you're saying is because like if you just focus on 2x2 and your nerves are much more intense if you main one event, because you're like, okay, this is the event I'm really good at, but this is the event I most care about. If you kind of spread your focus to like 2 to 3 events that you main and you like them both equally, I feel like the nerves are a little bit better.
That's what I'm trying to do as well. So, not that anybody cares about me, but
yeah, you're not the guest here, man. I am.
Yeah, shush. Let the guest talk.
Yeah,
anyway, shut up, Brax. What is what is the Square One state record average? I don't know. Actually,
it's like 11.6, right? By Eddie.
Incorrect. It's like 10 point something.
Oh, okay. So it's a lot better than I thought.
That was one-handed.
Oh wait, no, it's 11.03.
Yeah, one-handed is a 10.
Dude, it just died.
Our host is having a seizure.
Co-host.
Yeah, co-host. But yeah, so what are you averaging right now in Square One after learning CSP?
I'm averaging like mid to low fours.
Mid to low fours. Okay. Wait, what?
No, I'm joking. I average
Why
like,
would you do that?
like
That didn't
17
click
to
in my head.
18.
17, 18? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
ish.
You
So
can
what-
tell
so
how much.
Like decades.
What's your PB average though?
12 point something.
Okay, so you have no chance ever in any probability ever against state because you suck, I guess.
Bro, I'm gonna leave.
We're gonna bully our guest off this segment.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then you said you also were practicing 4x4. What do you say you average on 4x4? You said state record is, right?
37.
36.
Okay, cool.
I definitely feel like in your next upcoming comps, you have a chance at getting 4x4 as state record because I think your next one is GLC, right?
Yeah. So the thing about GLC is it's like 6 hours. It's 6 hours away, and then I think I'm driving there like after school one day. And so
that must suck for you.
Sleep deprivation, and then I think I also have to take my siblings there, which, but
yeah, he's dead.
Sleep deprivation plus the next weekend is KC6.
And you're going to that as well, as well as
potentially.
Yo, you can't just leave it at that.
He's like, and you're going to that as well. Well. Anyway, yeah.
No, we're
potentially.
staying on that. And then as well as Zach, he is also vying for 5 and 4 state record.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna have a little 1v1
battle. Yeah, this should be actually pretty good. So watch it on WCA Live because I'm pretty sure Zach is going to GLC as well. So
I'm placing my bets on Zach. Honestly, he does better under pressure than you do. That I think that proves it.
Excuse me.
Whoa! We're not gonna move past that.
No.
Pause, please. Pause. You just said that Braxton Main's 2x2, which means we haven't really seen what he can do with like a big cube event under pressure. So
what did I get at Missouri Champs? I got sub 40 in 4x4, and I got a sub 9 3x3.
And it was.
Did you see what Zach got?
Well, I'm pretty sure I beat him in the final.
I know.
Okay, so see.
But he was definitely better than me at that point, and I think he's still better than me now.
He just did a little bad. I don't think it was his stress. He just kind of did bad.
Well, it was late in the day. It was a 2-day competition.
I mean, he also dead. I mean, I beat him in what he mained for 4x4. I did not beat him in 5x5, and he beat me in what I made.
Welcome to Missouri Champs. It was a bad event. It was bad competition for solving, but it was a very fun competition.
Hey, I did all right.
I slept so good the night after Missouri Champs.
I did all right. I don't know about you guys. I did fine.
I slept all the time.
I'm still waiting on my $5 cubicle gift card.
Oh yeah. The organizer is very unorganized, but yeah.
To get my clock podium.
Yeah, you in your pure podium.
Just so I can burn it.
So I think we got a little off topic. So we're going to move on to the 4th segment. We're going to talk a little bit about Yiheng and some other things. What are your thoughts about Yiheng's sub 1 average?
Which one?
The 7.3. The 7.3.
0.7.
Okay, the 7. Well, I mean, it's fast. I mean, there are certain ways that it was made fast, in my opinion, like sliding. But
for chance,
honestly, I think one should be like +2, +4. I don't know.
A lot of people have been talking about that sliding thing. I don't know. I've thought about it. I don't think if it's like not abused to the fullest extent of what you could abuse it at, I think it could be almost plausible to use it if you're not like half an inch away from the cube before you stop the timer. Because like there's like the rule where you can't like chop your fingers whenever you stop a timer.
Chop your fingers. Like
you use
off?
like a chopping motion.
You said chop your fingers off.
Chop your fingers to stop the timer. So and that adds like a plus 2 seconds, I'm pretty sure. But like a lot of people still do that subconsciously, obviously. And I feel like this could almost become one of those rules, whereas like they'll probably add something like be like, no, don't slide. Especially if it's abused, people will catch on to it. But I feel like if it's almost indecipherable where people will subconsciously do it and it's not you're really giving them much of a huge advantage, I don't think it's I think it's fine. Because honestly, I think people are like stressing on it too much. We're trying to solve a cube, whatever kind of cube it is. We're trying to solve a cube as fast as we can, which means the moment a timer starts, we should be turning the cube, and the moment we solve it, the timer should stop. And stack mat really limits your options than something like a laptop, because you have to take your hands up, pick up the cube, solve it, drop it, stop the timer. And so it's more so limiting, like there's extra added on time for solving a cube because of all the pauses from the start to end. So like Yiheng, I don't know, maybe he even did it subconsciously, I have no idea. But Yiheng finding ways of starting the timer and starting the timer and then solving the cube and like shortening that pause there, it's almost like fair, I would say, because like as long as there's no rule against it, and as long as he's not turning the cube or picking up the cube before the timer starts, and as long as there's no rule against it, for right now, I am not mad that he did it.
Okay, I completely disagree with like virtually everything you just said. But
okay, so why?
So my problem with it is, well, one, there is a rule against it. Like you can't be you can't be touching the cube while you start the timer.
He didn't really touch the cube until he started, but he was very close to it. He was very close to it.
In some of his solves, he did.
Like you can see him like it. In some solves, he did.
If he did, I would be against it. But I'm saying, like, if you're very close to it, then start the timer.
Well, I'm pretty sure, doesn't it say to like start it with like the tips of your fingers? I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
It does.
It does say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, start the timer. You have to start it a certain way. I know. And
but you can't.
But it knows your hands can't be hanging off of the timer when you do it.
Yeah, it can't be like this.
Yes. I'm pretty sure there's one of the regulations is you can't start with your fingertips.
No, you have to start with your fingertips. Palms down, like this.
Let's take a deep dive into the regulations real quick.
So I'm not too sure on the regulation, but
there's regulation A4B. The competitor uses their fingers to touch the elevated sensor surfaces of the stack mat timer. The competitor's palms must be facing down and located on the side of the timer that is closer to the competitor. Penalty is plus 2 seconds.
So that average, most of the solves in that average should be +2 by regulation.
Well, +2 or +4 because he also like holds the cube while he stops it sometimes.
So, yeah, like one or two of those he held it while he stopped it and held it while he started it. So some of them need to be +4 and some of them need to be +2. And when you do that to that average, it's gonna be an average like as bad as mine.
Okay.
I mean, so realistically, talking about the sliding situation is like not really gonna do anything. It's like been 70 something days, I think, since it happened.
Been a little
while. And I mean, the WRC like is gonna hopefully make an announcement at some point, and we just gotta trust that they're gonna carefully consider all factors.
Yeah,
and
of it. And
I'm definitely
make the right decision.
New regulation they're going to specifically add just because of that.
Maybe.
And I hope they do say something about it, because I like organization, And when something like this happens and nobody says really anything about it in like high power, it's like this is supposed to be like an organized sport. It's kind of like in football if like somebody like I don't know cheated in football and nobody said anything about it. And it's like this is supposed to be an organized sport, you know. They're just gonna get away with that, you know. And I feel like something definitely needs to be done.
I think one of the solutions to that problem is actually falls on the judges, because a lot of people rely on the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. So the problem with that is it has been settled before that when like there was a case where someone did something and had footage of it and it should have been like DNF or plus. I forget like all the details, but in the end, in the end, the WCA decided to not go off of the video, to go off of judge discretion, pretty much.
Right.
Discretion,
right.
whatever, same word.
So
Same word.
So that's the thing with this is that video shows he pretty much cheated, intentionally or not.
Right.
But going off of what happened with the previous incident, nothing we can do about it. Which means if there is something we can do about it, if they say we can use the footage, people are just not going to record themselves.
Yeah. So I definitely, and what I mean by what I said earlier is, I mean, like, I'm not trying to hate on any judges, but I'm saying definitely as our job as judges should probably be stressed a little bit more. I know it's a volunteer kind of job, but it's definitely obviously important to make sure not a lot of judges need to make sure that we're solving people solve cubes correctly, especially if they're judging a world class cuber for specific things.
Yeah. I
that
agree with that.
If something like this happens, like a big controversy where we're not too sure on what happened, as long as a judge is paying attention and talks to delegates about it and like that they know what happened, the judges say and the delegates say are the final say. So yeah, I just
the problem with that is, well, there's a couple things. One, it is extremely difficult to
see that
see sliding in real time.
Which is why I think video plus judges are important, but not to mainly go off video. I know judges can't obviously spot milliseconds of certain things.
And then the other thing is like, if it's like think about like Missouri champs, for instance, there were a handload of people that were staff, and we needed them for running and scrambling.
Right.
There's too many people. Like, there's not enough people for us to be judges. Pretty much at a like local competition, like North American champs, like every judge is like trained and good, but like local competitions, it's pretty much near impossible to explain like what you have to do in the new competitor tutorial. Like say like, oh, if they slide, do this. If they like you can't do that.
Well, that and I don't think I think some of the maybe some of the littler kids or people just entering cubing, not saying they don't take judging seriously, but they don't take they aren't very serious for the job.
Have experience for it.
Because
so you're not saying that they don't take it seriously, but you're saying that they're just not very serious with it.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. well, I was one time I was in the middle of a 5x5 solve, and they called up the next group for 5x5, and my judge was this littler kid. I think it was first or second competition, and he said in the middle of my solve he just said, "This is my group," and he just got up and took off. I never saw him again. I didn't.
Okay. To be fair, you're kind of slow at 5x5 anyway, so he's probably bored out of his mind.
I think you're trying.
I was over halfway done with the 5x5 solve, and I only averaged like
so what, you were like 6 minutes in?
I was
about
like
6 minutes
in. It was a minute 50. Okay, buddy. Okay, what do you average? Like 20,000 years? And he just got up
19.
and he just took off. Okay,
Okay. The point is
Noah observed this.
So your point is,
they need to take their job more seriously. That's my point.
Well, it is very a little hard if they're not experienced, and they're really.
The only way they get better at it is by doing it.
That's why I didn't go up to the kid, just take him by the shoulder. What are you doing?
No, dude, I watched you do that.
Well, no, we gotta get that off camera.
maybe cut that.
Yeah, maybe cut that. But anyway. They just need to take their job more seriously. That's the point I'm trying to make. They just.
I mean, yeah. I see why you're trying to make that point, but like, I'm also just trying to reiterate, they are new competitors.
They are new. Yeah, that's why I'm not holding it against them.
I think what we're trying to round this up to is just judging. Definitely is an important job for world-class cubers, and we just need to make sure judges are more aware, because I'm like definitely in world, and there's been controversies in big championships where there have been trained judges, and the judges I remember an incident where a judge forgot to like pay attention to what was happening, and he was definitely trained on what he was doing.
He totally forgot what was happening.
Well, no, he was just not.
What instant are you thinking of?
Where am I? Am I in a competition
in 2013 or something?
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't alive in 2013, so that's a joke.
It's a joke. So yeah. One last question. What do you think Yiheng's average could be like reached potentially if someone were to like
without sliding
using the normal methods, you know? What do you think that's like actually possible to reach that time without just being like extremely lucky?
So a world record average is going to be
okay, as in without being like the luckiest man alive. Yeah, like you can get lucky scrambles.
Okay,
like
so let's say Yiheng's average doesn't count, and I think who would have it? Sujin, Zane, no Zane, right?
Yeah,
I think Zane.
No, it is Zane. Because Sujin was a 2 point. Sujin was a 9.4. Zane is a 9.1.
Yeah, I remember that because there was some. Yeah, originally people thought it was like 0.92, but then it wasn't. And so Zane would have world record. I think it's definitely possible because there have been like people get 0.7 averages at home a decent amount of the time, like not like really really often. But I think the limit, like without sliding, like 0.75, maybe. I don't know.
0.75 the limit.
Yeah, and
I mean, unless
honestly,
like 5-4 movers, but yeah.
Yeah, which eventually it's going to get to that point where like
it is going to get to that point, yeah. But it's probably going to get to the point, like the most likely point is probably not going to come to like a world-class cuber.
Yeah.
So the chances are super low.
I don't even know that Zane is going to be the one to like get like another world record like that. Like I think he can definitely improve his average right now.
But what is his average? 9.1?
0.93? 9.1?
9.1.
9.1. My bad, chat. But I think just
I was
a bunch
definitely
of
thinking
people could
get it. Who would you think besides Zane could probably get it?
Nigel and Sujin.
Anyone else?
Really? Anybody in like the top 10? Top
maybe you?
No, I quit.
Is Samir top 10?
Who?
Samir.
No.
He's not? Okay.
No, obviously no. Why would you even think that, you crazy man?
I think he's like 90 something, I want to say.
Oh, maybe I thought he had a really good 2x2
Let me
average.
check.
Maybe
I'm like pretty sure he's like.
Well,
but yeah, I definitely
Yeah, I
think
was right. 93.
wow, good for you.
93.
Yeah,
Okay.
I checked. I think I checked like 2x2 results the other day and just saw. Is that it?
That is about it for all the segments. This has been a
think we're
very,
wrapping up.
Wait,
very
to close off, I need to do a 2x2 solve.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
We can do this. Yeah, go ahead.
So unfortunately for
I
viewers who
will
are
race
just
him.
listening,
Yeah, sorry about the viewers.
I will,
Narrate the solve.
I'll narrate this solve, by the way, for
Okay.
just
And
viewers.
I will race.
But-
I will race him.
You're gonna race me.
Brax is gonna
Yeah.
end off this episode with a 2x2 solve.
All right,
Brax, thank you for coming on.
Go?
You can go.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
So Brax is gonna show his failed 2x2 capabilities.
Yo,
from now,
that's crazy.
former-
That's crazy.
So he's now a former 2x2 main.
That was so bad.
What do you get?
I won. 100%.
205.
Brax has got a 205. Okay.
Obviously he quit, but he got a 205. That's fine,
Yeah.
everybody. Don't
So
mind up.
I think that's about it. You're gonna be ending.
Stop practicing 2x2.
Okay.
Okay, so I
Thank
think
you,
that's
Brax,
it.
for being on here. This was a kind of a
Yes,
chaotic episode.
It was a chaotic episode. You will never see Brax again.
Bye,
Obviously.
guys.
Definitely learned a lesson here.
You just wait till I get good at a different event, and then you have me on for that event.
Maybe
Yeah,
if you like this guest, put it down in the comments. Of course, nobody will, so there's really no need to say that. But
We will only bring you back if you get 2x2 world record because we don't want you back here again.
Challenge denied.
All right, with that, we're gonna sign off. Thank you for
Okay.
watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, ideas. Bye. Peace.